On May 24, Auburn coach Bryan Harsin stated things were about to get crazy with the arrival of June. Looking back at his statement 37 days later, his words perfectly sum up how the last month went for Auburn's coaches. June 1st kicked off the in-person recruiting period, and Auburn received visits from 7 players, including 3 3-stars, 1 4-star, 1 5-star and 2 unrated players. The day seemed to be a success, with all of the players giving positive reviews after their visits. The game completely changed on June 2nd. That's when the buses started arriving. Rather than a handful of recruits walking through with their families, the Auburn Athletics Complex's lobby was packed with high school football players. Since there had been such a long dead period because of COVID-19, coaches and trainers around the country decided to give players the opportunity to go on a bunch of visits at once. They packed them all onto a bus and drove from school to school. Auburn still had some slow days where only a few recruits came by, but it also had days where a bus or 3 would show up, in addition to the days it held camps. As a result, Auburn's new staff hosted hundreds and hundreds of players from all around the country. Not all of them were targets, but Auburn went into the month with the intention of making sure every single person who stepped onto campus felt welcome. This isn't just about the guys that we're taking or trying to offer and all that, Harsin said in May. It's about everybody that comes on campus. So there's going to be plenty of people here that don't end up at Auburn. But when they leave here, you want them to have an experience that they'll talk about wanting to come back. And that's important to us. With so many recruits, it's impossible to know how every single player felt. However, every player who AL.com talked to said he enjoyed his visit and was impressed with the coaches. Here's an overview of who Auburn hosted throughout June. In June, 21 recruits decided to use one of their 5 official visits to check out Auburn. 1 3-star cornerback Jarrell Stinson is already committed to Auburn. 3 others who visited are also committed but to other schools. Here's a breakdown of the players Auburn hosted by their rankings, positions and where they're from. These are the players who visited. Recruits came from all over the country to check out Auburn and its new coaching staff. They came from places like Arizona, Texas, and Washington, as well as from Auburn's traditional recruiting grounds of Alabama, Florida and Georgia. While they didn't use their official visits, they were still able to tour and to work out with the coaches. Here are some of the recruits who visited Auburn and have offers or received offers. How Auburn coaches have worked through June to address roster needs. Weekly Auburn roundup. Tigers secure Olympic spots. Versatile. Old prospect Drew Bobo, son of Auburn OC Mike Bobo, weighing college options.